Hey guys, it's been a while since my last video, but I've got a pretty cool app to show you today. It's called Out Loud, and it can read your notifications aloud either using your phone's speakers, headphones, or a Bluetooth device. Now previously I used a combination of Tasker Intense and different apps to read my messages aloud, and yes, it worked, but it was quite complicated and not all the apps I used worked properly. This is much simpler and I really wish I found it earlier. Now the app is free in the Play Store, but in its free state it's quite limited. For example, you can only choose one application for the notifications to be read aloud. So you can go ahead and download it, you can try it for free for a bit, see if it's to your liking. Then if you like it, you can buy the in-app purchase. And I would say it's well worth it. You get a lot of cool features and you can choose unlimited applications to be read aloud as well. So pretty awesome. Now the application itself is very clean and well made. The first tab shows you your enabled apps. These are the apps whose notifications will be read aloud. And in the bottom right hand corner you have the service toggle. Now most of the time for me this is off as I don't want the messages read aloud all the time. That can be kind of dodgy. And yes, if you're wondering, you can turn the service on and off using Tasker, which is actually what I do as I only want my messages read while driving. So it does have Tasker integration as well, which is pretty sweet. Scrolling over to the right shows us a big list of all the applications on your device. And once you've used that in-app purchase, you can go ahead and choose multiple applications. And all the way to the right is a preferences menu where you can set some options. I'll go through that a little bit later on in the video because there's some really cool options. But if we go ahead and test this right now, I'll turn on the service. You can see we get a notification in the status bar. By the way, you don't have to have that notification. You can turn it off. But we'll turn up the volume here. What we're going to do is send ourselves a push bullet notification. Hopefully the microphone will pick this up.
Push bullet. Note. Hello YouTube. This is great for when you're driving.
So there you go, the push bullet notification came through and Out Loud read it. You could hear it actually told you the title of the message. It said note, and then it gave you the context, the actual body of the message as well. So pretty awesome. Now in terms of the preferences here, you can see there's on and off options for headphones and Bluetooth. So it can automatically turn the service on and off when you plug in headphones or when you connect to a Bluetooth device. I've actually unticked these because I'd rather have a little bit more flexibility with Tasker. There's that show notification option I was talking about, so you can untick that and it's gone from your status bar, but I'll just leave it on now for the sake of the video. Dismiss read notifications. If you notice when push bullet came through, it didn't stay in the status bar. That's because I had that ticked. If you don't want that, of course, you can just untick it. Include app name, so it reads out which app the notification is from. I thought that was a pretty cool option. I've got that ticked, so I know exactly where it comes from. You've got speech rate here, so you can have the message read slower or faster. That's just personal preference. But one of the most important options here is text to read. By default, the read ticker text option is set, so it only reads aloud what is displayed on the status bar when a notification comes through. That works great for some apps, but not for others. For example, when I received a WhatsApp notification, it didn't read out the actual message, so I had to change to the choose read content text, and after that, WhatsApp worked perfectly and read out the entire message. Of course, that's also personal preference. It depends how much of the message you actually want to be read out. That's completely up to you. And in terms of the other options here, we also have a test notification, so we can just test it right now.
Out loud. This is the title text of a notification. This is the content text of a notification.
So it helps you hear what your notification is going to sound like when being read aloud. Now profiles is pretty awesome, and one of the best features is a blacklist. So what this does is it prevents notifications from being read aloud if it identifies a certain buzzword of your choice. So let me give you an example. Let's say there's kids around. You can add a swear word to this blacklist, and if there's a swear word in a notification, Out Loud just won't read that notification. So it can save you a lot of embarrassment, especially, if your girlfriend sends you a bit of a weird message, you know what I mean, lads, then yeah, you can use this blacklist very effectively. Another one is substitutions. This is really cool. So this one's here by default. You can see the first line is HTTPS, loads of symbols. It's really annoying when somebody sends you a link and it reads out the entire link like https://. Well, it's not going to do that. Instead, it's just going to say link. So you can have it substitute certain words. You can do this for normal words as well. So if you don't want it to say LOL, for example, you can substitute LOL for ha 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 or anything like that. But we can test this out right now.
Push bullet. Link.
So instead of it saying the entire address, it substituted it with the word link. Now it said link twice because the title of the message was also link. So that's what it did. You can see if I open Pushbullet here, the last thing I sent to myself was the androidcentral.com link. So it didn't read out https androidcentral.com, it just read out link. So pretty awesome there. What other options do we have here? That's pretty much it. Of course, you can also set a schedule for your profile. So you can have it, if we click into this, you can have it set for turning on at a certain time. If you know you're going to be in the car at a certain time, you can have that. Of course, you can also do that with Tasker as well. So it's completely up to you. A backup and restore option is also available right at the bottom. But yeah, I've been really impressed with this application. Me, primarily, I use it in the car. So I use Tasker to automatically turn this on when it connects to my specific Bluetooth device. And then it reads out these notifications for these applications that I have right here. It's been working great. Definitely give it a shot if you need something like this, guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.